Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and boy, is it a doozy as far as things going up in price. And if you didn't hear, the PlayStation 5 over here stateside will be going up in price. The PS5 base console will be going up to $550. The PlayStation 5 digital console will be going up to $500. That's from $450 and $500 respectively. And the PS5 Pro that I know everybody loves the lack of disk drive, paying extra for PS Plus and still paying $750 now from $700. All of that is in place, and it is going up in price. One of the prevailing opinions that I have seen is that I'm jumping to PC gaming. I'm building a PC. I'm gonna get a PC. It is time. We are leaving the console space. I've seen this over and over again, and hey, if you want to move on over to PC gaming, that is great. PC gaming is absolutely fantastic. However, I do think painting PC gaming entirely in sunshine and rainbows here, there's a lot of benefits to PC gaming, don't get me wrong. However, let us be frank up front about PC gaming is pricey. It is expensive. At least the initial cost of PC gaming, I think, is the biggest barrier for entry for most people. Because, yes, you can just going on getting a pre-built computer from Amazon. I know a lot of people, oh my god, yo, you gotta build your PC, go, you can find the used parts here, you can buy parts there, you can find everything else. Okay, I get you. A lot of people don't want to build a PC. A lot of people want to buy a pre-built. Even if you do build a PC, the differentials of how much money you save are getting lower and lower. There are some good pre-built options. Just so we can put that out there, you can buy a PC for south of $1,000, but really a lot of the benefits that people talk about when it comes to PC gaming, about the better frame rates and resolutions, which I would argue those things, while they are the biggest talking point a lot of people have as the best benefits of PC gaming, aren't, in my opinion, the best benefits of PC gaming, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But if you want to play at the higher resolutions, get higher frame rates, you're looking at paying, $1,500, $2,000 even, $1,300. I think, look, I'm on Amazon right now. There are some really good options if you want to spend around $1,500. Here's a $1,500 option, $1,800, $2,000. Like, that's when you get a real kick-ass PC. That I feel like that's when you're gonna get the most value out of it if you're in the pre-built market. If I sat down and looked at building a PC, you would have to buy Windows, but building a PC, etc., maybe it'll be a little bit cheaper. It is still going to be much more than $550. Could you finagle a $550 PC? Probably. Would it be ideal? Probably not. There were times that you will see a great banger deal on a pre-built computer. I have seen this where you'll see an amazing deal for $500, $700, $800, and if you can snipe one of those deals on a pre-built computer, that's probably the best case scenario if you want a PC game at a value. Those are just not readily available, but I remember not too long ago seeing like a 3080 pre-built computer for $450. Now, it went out of stock in like 30 minutes, but from time to time, and I'm saying very rarely, but from time to time, you will see deals like that, but that's just not going to be regular for most people. So I think if you get into PC gaming, you should just pay a premium right out the gate. Maybe there was a time and the console killer PC builds, etc., it was cool to do that. There was a time maybe people wanted to do that. I think now if you want to get into PC gaming, I would pay a premium. And when I say a premium, I'm saying north of $1,000. So that would bring it to higher than a PlayStation 5 Pro. But that brings me to the actual benefit of PC gaming, and one of the biggest benefits, I think, is the fact that you save so much money on the back end. The back end savings of PC gaming are so crazy that it's actually insane. For example, PlayStation Plus. Let's say a generation is 6 years long, and that would be on the lower end. PlayStation Plus is $60 a year. It's probably going to go up in price at some point, but that is $420 over the course of the generation. If you put together the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro and PlayStation Plus for the entire course of the generation, suddenly that $750, you guys, becomes $1,200. Okay, that already brings it almost in line with what a premium PC build would be. Maybe even cheaper to get a PC at that point. That could be of value. But, you know, some people are going to spend well over $1,200, you know, 15, 18, and maybe even 2,000. But yes, PS Plus, I think paying to play online is a scam. It is a scam. It is terrible. And yeah, oh my God, you get some games. Yo, some of the games are nice, but okay, make online play free and make the games tied to PS Plus the reason to sign up to PS Plus. They're not going to do that because people wouldn't be signing up as much. And they know that very well. Not only that, it is just not PlayStation Plus, you guys. The savings on the games, yes, PlayStation Store runs deals and everything like that. It's not at the same level on PC. It's just not. Let's just take a look at the upcoming games. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is coming out. On PC, you can get that game for $52.50 right now on greenmangaming.com. You get a Steam key for that. You redeem it on Steam. You're good to go. It's $52.50. You don't even pay tax on it. That is an insane deal. Versus on PlayStation 5, you want a copy of Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, you're going to be paying $70 plus tax. Let's say that's $75, $76. $76 versus $52.50. That is an insane difference of how much you're paying for the same game on PC versus console. Same can be said for games like Lost Soul Aside. Same thing can be said for Borderlands 4. The savings on PC are ridiculous. On top of that, you've got offers like Humble Bundle. On top of that, the deals available on Steam right away. You are going to get more mileage out of the deals on PC, bar none. It is not debatable than consoles. Yes, the PlayStation Store runs some great sales, and you can get some good deals, and I would say the one time consoles beat out PC as far as game deals is like Black Friday, when there's a lot of Black Friday offers, but even then, like, PC's got great Black Friday offers as well. It's just when you have physical game options, that is a big deal, where the Black Friday offers on physical games are sometimes insane. But, you know, PC, I think, outright just slaughters consoles, even to this day when it comes to deals. You've got the Game Pass option on PC as well, and it's only like $11 a month if you just get Game Pass PC, $11, $12 a month, so you can buy the games cheaper, you have the option for Game Pass. The savings on the back end on PC gaming over consoles, that's where I think the price differential really closes in. I don't think the entry price point, that's really debatable at this point. Like, $500 for a PS5 I still think is a great deal as far as the entry level for what you are getting. However, the back-end savings on PC gaming, the savings over the course of the generation, like, let's say you're buying 8 games a year, and that might be a little bit high, but 8 games a year that are new releases, and maybe a lot of people aren't even doing that, but 8 games a year that are new releases. Let's say you're paying $55 a pop for those games on PC versus $75 a pop for those games on console. To make it even, let's say 75 on console, let's say 60 on PC. That would be $480 a year on games on PC versus, I want to say it works out to like $590. I'm going to have to bust open the calculator, yo. All right, 8 times 75. What do we got here? What do we got? $600 flat. Yo, I am so dumb. Oh my God. Exposed for being incompetent. $600 versus, what do we say? $480 over the course of a year on spending money on games. Like, it's stuff like that that is going to add up in time. And I would say the back-end savings on PC gaming, underrated aspect of why PC gaming is so great. And I think the Delta Snake Eater example is the one that I had to look at. I'm just like, bro, this game is $75 after tax on PlayStation. If you want the deluxe edition, it would be like $87 versus $60 flat on PC. Silent Hill F, same thing with that. GMG's just got those hookups, man, and you just can't get that on PlayStation, which is unfortunate. The back-end savings are crazy. Now, the biggest drawback on PC gaming is the horrendous PC ports. And so some people want to be like, oh, these games aren't running well on consoles either. Yes, there are instances of games not running well on consoles. I'm going to tell you right now a couple things. The games not running well on PC sting a lot more when you spend $1,800, $2,000 on your PC. And on top of that, for the most part, for the games that I've played, they're always playable on consoles. And the issue with saying playable is that's such a subjective term that everybody has a different comprehension and different opinion of what playable is. But to me, the bulk of games that come out playable on consoles. There are some games that have come out on PC this year, and a significant amount that were not playable. Maybe they got fixed up. Spider-Man 2. Wu Shang Fallen Feathers was so bad. My buddy was playing it on his PC, fairly high-end PC, legitimately crashed his PC to the point where he had to uninstall and reinstall drivers twice in the course of his playthrough. That's insane. Mafia the Old Country. I just bring up Mafia and Wu Shang because they're super recent releases. Mafia the Old Country, crashing on me every 45 minutes to an hour. Played it on PlayStation 5, been running beautifully on PlayStation 5. At least, beautifully relative to a console, but I would have to say, Mafia the Old Country, the experience I've had on PlayStation 5 versus PC, I would lean with the PlayStation 5 version of that game, from my experience. And again, with PC gaming, sometimes, this game is running great for me, you guys, that means you're doing something wrong. Y'all know how I feel about that, but that has been a story, especially with UE5 games, and I'm so interested to see how Delta Snake Eater runs, because Metal Gear historically have been these games that run so well. I'm talking about MGS5, but that was on the Fox engine versus UE5 for Delta Snake Eater, but it's been one of the prolonged stories of PC gaming for years and years, and it's probably never gonna get absolutely perfect. Like Monster Hunter Wilds, yes, the PlayStation version isn't amazing, but that game is a literal atrocity on PC. A literal atrocity that they're still working on fixing it up 6 months later. I would say that game, from my experience on PS5, at least playable. On PC, it was pretty bleak. Pretty bleak as far as that's concerned. Even a game like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza, that game was crashing on me for a little while, and it was an issue other people were having. You just have to face those issues on PC that I haven't faced them to the level on consoles. I just haven't. And this year, I feel like, has been a pretty bad year with a lot. Like Spider-Man 2, I legitimately was appalled by. That game was so bad on PC. It's good now, but it was so bad on PC initially that it was just like, bro, what are we doing here? And everything I'm saying is really the tip of the iceberg. A lot of the stuff, to me, the best things about PC gaming, the mod support, the classic games, being able to go back and play a lot of the older games that, yeah, maybe playing a Final Fantasy 13, my 5080 isn't going to be super relevant in, but I want to go back and play a Final Fantasy 13. I want to go back and play a Deus Ex Human Revolution. I want to go back and play this game, that game, a Dishonored 2 at 60 frames per second. I want to do all that I can't do on the PlayStation 5. I just think there's a lot more depth into the benefits of PC gaming than a lot of people will initially give credit for. But it's honestly, to each individual person, how much you valued that. Do you value playing a Final Fantasy 13? Well, if you do, PC gaming is a great option. Do you value playing some of these older games at 60 frames per second that aren't upgraded on PlayStation 5? Well, then PC gaming is a good option. Can you work around the fact that some games are going to be super janky on PC from a port standpoint, and you have to work on getting them better? If you're okay with that, then again, PC gaming will be a good option. If you want a plug-and-play experience, I still think there's a lot of value to consoles, but it ultimately comes down to each individual person, and I think just to make one definitive statement, you just can't do it, because everybody has different expectations on what they want out of their gaming experience. I will say, more than anything, paying to play online, F that. That crap needs to, just burn, but it's not gonna. It's gonna be around forever. They make way too much money on it, which is just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, be good, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.